This is Justin Pulitzer. This is my midweek video supplemental for Wednesday, February 7th, 2018. A lot of you will be seeing this on Thursday, though, the 8th. So I'm going to start calling this cryptocurrency ballers because we've been kind of rocking out with some of these setups. Let's discuss. So CBOE was the first one to do Bitcoin futures. The low was 15,000. The high was 20,500. And I basically, I thought at the time I might be getting a little too cute with it, but it's been working. I drew in some Fibonacci extensions. Some basically down here is the 1.618. Bam, rallied. Went some sideways for a while, but got up a lot. I mean, it was a $5,490 rally by the time it was done. It subsequently sold off to the 2 times range, where bam, it rallied again. This one a little bit more muted, sideways here. And then again, the other night we discussed this in real time. The 2.618 here around 6101. It took a little heat down to 5880, but has rallied very nicely since. You can see a little consolidation here. Where would I be looking for this to potentially rally to? Ideally, this has been from one fib to the next. That's kind of how I've been rolling, from 200 basically to the 1.618. It's a bigger trip, but maybe we get the 9,500. And if we're super duper lucky, maybe this is actually a low, an excess low, and we could draw in a fib retracement. And maybe we get the 38.2, which is really this old low where this really kind of broke down from, which would be up around 11,465. So possibly. I'll be bailing here if we get there. I think you could use some stops if you want. You could use the low here of this bar, this 75.60 or 71.90. I don't know if I'd let it get below this body, frankly. So yeah, I like this low of day as a stop on at least part of it. But yeah, maybe we get the brass ring up here. It's near the 20 MA too. Makes a lot of sense to me. 10 MA has been a little resistant, so I think at least trim and trail at the close to the 10 MA if we do get up there. The grayscale GBTC. Oops, no slash mark required. All right, so this is another one that we talked about, a long trade at the 200 MA actually, and it worked out pretty well. We're back up to the 100 MA, so that's a good point to maybe book some profitos. But I don't know. Maybe we go from one fib to the next, right? Like look here, 61.8 rallied to the 50. 78.6, maybe we rally to the 61.8, which would be 16.5, and the channel low. I mean the channel high. So somewhere between that gap fill, 15.59 and 16.5, probably a good idea to bail. Okay. As far as we go now, I wouldn't let this start getting really much back below 12.75 on you. At the very most, 29-ish. That's these bodies. You don't want to see it start really accepting price back into there. To me, that would be way too much of a pullback. It already would be too much. So yeah, that's the scoop. Now, by popular request, I get a request on this a lot, and I've never really obliged. But you asked for it, you got it. Here is Etherium. All right, so Ether, as this is known, is not on the TOS platform, so I was forced to use this trading view. Not a huge fan of using that site, but it'll suffice for now. All right, so this is where the rally really took off from, down here at this 135.27. I remember when this thing was like 85, not even so long ago, but whatever. And then from this higher low here is really where it got rallying from. I guess you could use the this low if you wanted as the fib as well, but I thought this one was good. So we got the 61.8 and this interim trend line, and it rallied. and then it has a bit of a doji forming here. So I'll keep it simple. This is like 695. That's the body of this. If it starts accepting into the wick, no bueno. Anything above like 800, which is that high, accepting into this wick, I think is okay. I guess it could rally to as much as maybe 1,000, right? I mean, that I don't know how many days it's going to take. It usually takes a few, so maybe it gets the downtrend. So below 695, I'm not a huge fan. Above, I guess, 780 or whatever this is up here. I can't really see. We'll keep it simple, maybe 800. I think it could rally up. If this were to lose these lows, and where I'd really get interested in buying this, would be down here at the 78.6, closer to that 380, 400 level. Because look, you have these lows where this took off from, and this reference high, and this reference high, which is basically just below 400, and the primary trend line could be coming into play around there, and the 78.6. So somewhere you could see this had a bit of a look below. So if we were to get down there, somewhere between like that 380, mid fours, 380, 450 maybe, 430, somewhere in that zone, I'd be interested in buying the dip in Ether, and maybe this could be a good low for a while. Okay, so those are the two time frames and the two setups that I'm looking at. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please retweet it. Be sure to follow me here on Vimeo. I post a lot of these free type videos. I also have some subscription videos. And yeah, see you out on the battlefield. Cheers.